I think he's got the rough edge, he's got his driving over the last few years. He's changed his driving style. So Dave Hoopering helping him control that. He was co-driving for him a couple of years ago. He did win the All-Wheel Drive Club Championship in this car. But he hadn't sat beside him. Sat behind it. Beside him. It was an intensive learning. He was one of the 2 top contenders for the All-Wheel Drive Club Championship this year. So it's a very narrow margin between them. Does do it at an event sometimes. This car was actually very successfully campaigned by Andy Sargent in France. Andy now races the Land Rover, the multicoloured Land Rover you see go around, and this was campaigned for about 4 or 5 years by Andy, very successfully in France. So the car is certainly very, very capable. Stopped play for a while, had to have an engine rebuilt. We've had a whole new engine built.
Goodwood Festival of Speed 2022, and we've got some of the crews from the fabulous Britpart Arena joined us for our little interviews that we do every year, which is just fantastic to catch up with everybody. And we've got Rod Parker. Rod, I think you're first at Goodwood?
First time at Goodwood competing, yeah.
Yeah, so how's that been feeling over the past few weeks?
A real build-up of nerves and anticipation of what it's to bring for me in the car. And obviously the first time being on tarmac for me.
Of course, on the hill climb, the mighty hill climb. That's
so
quite...
that's the most nerve-wracking part of all.
Well, we were just talking to Andy DeJulia this morning about the Milners, of course, your Milner with you, and you've been working really hard. It looks beautiful. Thank you. A lot of work gone into that.
Yeah, the team have worked hard for the last 6 weeks. We missed the last race at Minehead just to make sure that we were ready for Goodwood. But yeah,
it's that down. Important, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. You've got to put your best show on for the event. We were fortunate enough to be invited just to view, to come and see it for the week in 2017. Yeah. I remember being in awe of all the drivers, the cars. At the time I was in a B-Max or Land Rover, and I saw my car here with Andy Sargent.
Of course, yes.
Yeah, and that's when I first clapped eyes on it, and Chris Bird took me out in his Rivet, and I realised then I needed an Indy car to compete.
Because you haven't actually been doing it for that long, have you?
No, we started in 2015.
Yeah.
Had a pretty bad year, caught on fire, crashed into a tree, multiple things happened, ended up in ditches, then decided to build a new car, which didn't go so well. And then looked for something which was more competitive and found the Milner, which I really got on well with,
And that, raced out in France and everything, it's a really good, it's a fast car.
Yeah, it's got a lot of pedigree behind it.
Yeah.
When I had it, it had a Nissan 350Z Cosworth in it. We blew that up halfway through the 2019 season. With only 2 weeks to go before the next race, with get a scrapyard engine and tune it and get it into the car and complete the season.
Yeah.
But now we have a special engine built by A&L Performance, giving 426 at the flywheel. Yeah. So
you feel like you're getting more used to it now as well, getting used to the drive.
Definitely getting more used to it, although we throw another 100 horsepower into it, so that changes the car again, But yeah, get more used to it.
It's a lot of power. For you, Rod, which 2 questions in one really. Which bit are you kind of with that wonderful, nervous, dreading anticipation that's actually real excitement? Which is that bit, and which bit do you think you're going to just plain enjoy the most?
Oh, the hill climb is going to be the hill climb. The nerves. That's definitely the nerves for me. You've got how many hundreds of thousands of eyes on you.
Yeah. And the best cars in motorsport.
100%. Yeah.
Just put the pressure on there.
And we're going to be good. Yeah, thanks. And we're going to be going at pretty slow compared to most of the cars, because we aren't set up for the tarmac.
But that's the thing that we always try and emphasise, is these cars aren't set up for that at all. But what's for you? Is it about off-road that you really? What's really drawn you into it? Because you've really invested big in it. So what's really drawn you into it?
Originally in 2013, I was looking at going onto the track. Doing tarmac, and I was at track days and I was getting told off and black flagged because I was being too aggressive with my driving and so forth. So I was moaning to a friend of mine. He said, "You need to get into Comp Safari, mate. They just give you grief if you go too slow."
Yeah, it's a dream.
and I was like, "What?" And that night I went on eBay and bought a Comp Safari car. That my Land Rover that I bought, and that was the start of it really, and the camaraderie, and you know, you break the car, there's people there willing to help you, offer you spares if you haven't got them, and to keep you going through the day, and that's something I don't think you see so much at the track events.
Yeah, it's very close to the pits actually, isn't it? Even when you're up against your biggest rival, if you've got a bit they need, you just do it, don't you? It's very rare, but it's a no.
Happened to us in 2019. We only had to come in 12th in the last race to win the championship. We had an awful first lap where one of the wishbones snapped, and we came in on 3 wheels with 2.5 miles before the finish. And yeah, we had to borrow somebody else's Milner front wishbone when they were still running, and it was their only spare they had, but they knew that we had the championship in our sights and they didn't, so they gave us their spares and sacrificed their potential championship placings. Yeah.
Well, I tell you, Rob Parker, honestly, what is for off-road quite a short career so far. We've got championship wins, we've got top flight cars, and now Goodwood Festival of Speed 2022. So overall, what's it been like just getting here, setting up, and then sitting out last night in this incredible space? What have you been feeling?
The last 2 months a whirlwind to get ready, and then we got here. And to just feel the fact that you're going to be a part of it this year. You know, we're going to be the whole team's going to be a part of this, not just a spectator, and that gives you a real warm feeling inside, and that excitement that you get when you're at the start line in the racing.
Well, we are so proud to have you here, Rod. Honestly, we're really looking forward to seeing you out on course. Your car looks amazing. Really good luck, and in the shootout, just just listen to the others and just wait and see how it goes. Don't go. You know, it's
like don't go like normal. You're saying.
Well, do you know what I mean? Just
all out on the first lap.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
I'll try not to. I've been warned by many people not to.
Oh, okay. It's just keeping those horses under control. Because honestly, the buzz, the excitement is fierce.
I can't afford any more panels with Andy anyway. I bought so many panels off in the last 2 years.
Oh, that's great. 5 way down there.
Very, very power sapping that start straight.
So the pressure on them, absolutely on, because there are still...
Down to the technical section now. He's been very good through this section. Very quick, very tidy.
That's a cracking run.
Car's riding really well. It has done all weekend.
It's just quick too. I couldn't be more proud of UK off-road motorsport, I tell you, honestly, right the way across from the ultras, the extreme cars, right through to the sparring cars. You couldn't be more proud. They have put that all, and Rob Parker out there looking absolutely fabulous. That is a really, really tidy drive.
He had a difficulty getting out of that bottom corner there. It was washboard. It's very washboardy, and his centre step up, it was bouncing a bit. So I think it was a bit slow out of that bottom corner. So you might take a different line next run round.
Well, we have seen some remarkable driving over the weekend, and there is still more to come, believe me, it's not over yet. So, up comes Rob Parker. I love the sound of that car as well, it's gorgeous, isn't it? So it's got another of the Milner, the R5s. It's a 3.5 V6, but goodness me, it sounds nice. An A&L performance one, it sounds lovely. And he's got this line down through here, off to that's lovely, lovely driving for Rob Parker. This is actually quite quick.
It's very tidy.
Yes,
very tidy. So you watch when he comes around the bottom there, he was washboarding up there last time. He might pick a different line. There's a little bit of washboarding.
Yeah, struggling to pull the power into there. Tidy.
He got that power out of that corner a bit better that time.
Yeah, and straight down, wheels on the ground, power away, and into that top bone. Swing round, nice and tidy. Drops it down, still powering. It's that late braking. Oh, so tidy. So tidy. I mean, that is car control. That's nice.
But he's learnt a lot with the team he had with Dave Hooper, teaming up with him.
Checkered flag there for Rob Harper. Let's have a look. 2:33 on the same time. So many of our front-running rock drivers. Just beautiful, beautiful, consistent front-running, top-level, absolute precision driving from the UK off-road crews. It's been a dream of a weekend.